Jesse, the gospel. How hard was that catch, man? Break it down for us.
Well, the first thing is that Andy Dalton threw a bad ball, right? And that's wrong.
Bad.
Terrible pass. It's a terrible pass. But I think the hardest
Spoken
part,
like a true wide receiver.
it was a bad pass. It was supposed to go to the
Don't get into okay,
supposed to go to the back corner of the pylon.
We agree.
Go ahead, Nate. You got it. No, you explain it, Nate. Today's your day.
I disagree, Jesse.
Y'all got.
Tell us how hard was the pass.
It was a very difficult catch. The tracking was the most difficult part. Being able to keep your eyes one way and then be able to flip your body and back and catch it, and the impact on the ground and holding on to it. Very difficult catch. Very difficult catch.
On the degree of 1 to 10, Jess, what would you give it?
A 9.
Wow, it was that nice.
I would give it an 8.59. Yeah.
Is that tougher than Thielen's one-handed grab?
See, I thought that, to me, CeeDee's catch looked better and more difficult. I thought the more difficult catch was the one that Adam Thielen caught in the opposite end zone. It didn't look as good as CeeDee's, but just the difficulty of it, of being able to have a guy on your arm, and now you're trying to reach up and keep your feet in bounds and still hold on to the ball to the ground. To me, that was the more difficult catch, but CeeDee's catch looked more spectacular.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say this right quickly, Jess, and I need your opinion, man, because Awuzie, he's been out a while. He looked like he was running in mud a lot of times, man. Is it that difficult to come back from that type of injury?
No.
Because he looked like he was always behind. Help me there, man.
No, we talked about it last week. It's just working yourself back into that live action. Listen, practice is one thing, right? There's no consequences in practice. A guy beats you in practice, there's no consequences. You line up, you do it again. And in the game, from practice, the speed is another notch up. And you need some time to get acclimated to that speed again, to trust your turn and runs, to trust your back pedal, to trust your eyes. When you've been out all season long, you have not had any live reps in the sense of reps that actually are meaningful. And so coming back, your body needs to get acclimated to being in that speed of the game, that type of moment, that type of atmosphere, those things flying around at you, things coming at you 100 miles an hour, and to go right back out there and going up against two really good route running receivers. You're not going up against two slouches. Yes, one is a rookie, but Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, those are two of the best route running receivers that we have in the league. If you talk about just pure route running, they're in that conversation of guys who can go and get a route accomplished in any way, shape, or form at the line of scrimmage, being able to stack guys midway through the route, and then at the top of the route, being able to give you something subtle, come out of the breaks. And so when you got to go up against two guys like that, and you've been out for 6, 7, 8 weeks, that's a tough task and a tall task to ask somebody to come back and be at their best. He needs a couple games to get back into the rhythm of things before he feels 100% comfortable.